So how many people would agree that the very beginning of a presentation is an important part? Tell me why. Energy, first impression. Yes, it's the time that who's the most nervous? You are, right? And guess who else is the most nervous? They are. True? So it's the most awkward time is right at the beginning. So is this a time that you want to be like thinking, what am I going to say? And yes or no? No. Is this a time that you might want to have it down? Yes or no? Yes. So yeah, this is the only time that we recommend, I highly recommend that you have your first, what we call the introductory sequence, down, memorize. It's there, you do it the same way every time, don't make any changes to it. Of course you're enhancing it all the time, but you've got it, you don't have to think about it. This is not that, it's the worst time to be thinking would be at the very first 5 minutes of your presentation. Would you agree with that, yes or no? You don't want to be doing that. You want this to come out of your mouth, you do your thing, and then you can move right into where the group is at, yes? Okay, good. I'm not saying you shut them out. I'm just saying this part you've got to get down. So I call this the most important part of your presentation, the first 5 minutes. Yes or no? Yes. Okay, and they're all important, but this is a very, very vital piece. All right. Again, we're going to work on what we call a proven template. And to begin any talk or any seminar. First thing we're going to do is what? Scan. What does scan mean? Yeah. Okay, now hold on for a second. Let's do an outtake here. What am I doing right now? These are called what? Now, my methodology of teaching is called what? It's called call-outs. What's it called? Okay, do you think I have an answer to the question, what is scan? Yes. Do I tell you the answer? No. I might revise, I might add to it, but who do I get the answer from? How do I do that? By asking the and waiting for your does that make any sense? Scanning, what's the reason that we do it? Yes, number one is connection. What is it? Connection. You want to connect with the audience, right? So you're just looking at them, an eye-to-eye connection, right? And relaxation for who? Yes, for you. It's a chance for you to get centered. What's the word, please? Centered. Tell somebody it's a chance to get what? Centered. Get centered and own your power. Be in your power, right? Again, this is a time when you'd be most nervous. You want to come up here, take a nice deep breath, look at the audience. It'll evoke power from you, because how many people have you ever seen willing to come up here and be, what's the word? Silent. What's the word? Silent for the first half a second or first second. It never happens. When does it happen? It never. True or true? You've got a commander when they can walk up here and be comfortable enough to be completely silent at the very beginning and just look at you. And it's like, you're going, holy shit. True or true? True. Okay. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to do what? Ask how many questions? 2. What kind of questions? What do enrolling questions mean? Engage it. Enroll them. It's very simple. Enroll. What does that mean? Get them to what? Starts with a B. Buy in. They want to be there, right? So your enrolling questions normally are buy-in questions. Questions that are beneficial to the audience. In other words, it's not like a what's in it for me benefit, but it's something that would capture their attention and say, yes, I want this. So how many of you would like to help a lot of people? Yeah. Thank you. And how many of you would like to make a lot of money helping a lot of people? Yeah. Thank you. Those were 2 enrolling questions. Both questions are, yeah, I'd like to do that, and yeah, I'd like to do that. True or true? Now, this is one of the hardest parts for most people. They come up with crummy enrolling questions. So this is an opportunity for you to learn. The most important thing, the piece of advice I'm going to give you, make sure if you were in the audience, you'd want to hear those questions and that they would draw you in. Okay? They can be, and number 2 rule, it must be simple. And that means it must be short. You can't go, how many of you would like to if you really had your druthers and could live your dreams and had 15 people supporting you and knew everybody was going to really be with you, how many of you would really like to get involved in an idea of where we're contributing to... Shut the fuck up! Jesus! Pardon my language. For those of you who haven't been to Warrior yet. And by the way, if that offends some of you, then you just need to be offended less easily. Okay? If that'll take you out, you get taken out too quick. Got it? Yes or no? Yes. You don't have to use the word. If I use it, it's no big deal. It's just a word. I use it for emphasis. Got it? Yes? Okay, don't let yourself get taken out by that word or any other thing. Yes? You hold your center all the time. Okay. So, keep it short, keep it simple. You want people to respond. You don't want to make it difficult for them. They're going, how many of you would like, and they're going, well, when do I put my hand up? Like, is there a time that I get to talk? Right? So keep it really what? Simple. Tell somebody else how to keep it. Keep it simple. Okay. So benefits or relate to them very specifically. Sometimes we'll come in and say, how many of you have ever, how many of you have ever forgotten what you're going to say? Anybody not? Well, see, you could do that and you'd be fine, right? Because that's called a relation question. What's it called? Because they all can relate, yes? Yes or no? Yes. Thank you. Now, by the way, each time I have an enrolling question, I raise my... How do I raise it? Fully, yeah. Not Gestapo. How many of you would like to make a lot of money? And I see that all the time, right? People aren't used to it. And the other people are the wimpos. How many of you would like to make a lot of money? What are you, like a Boy Scout thing? You're pledging allegiance here? No, a normal, how many of you would like to make a lot of money, right? Just nice and high, just nice and easy. Yes? Make it easy for them. The way you model is the way they're going to be. Either with you or against you. They're going to go with you or they're going to go contrarian to you. So just keep it nice and easy. How many of you would like to help a lot of people? How many would like to make a lot of money? How many of you enjoying yourself? That kind of thing. Yes? But don't go like this, straight up. Just very simple. All right. Can you all do that? Yes. We'll see. Now, now, why do you raise your hand? You want them to what? Immediately. Now, how many people notice at the beginning of my seminars, 98% of the time I say, so how many of you would like to make a lot of money? That 98% of the people put up their hand in some way, shape, or form in the audience. You ever notice this? If not, maybe it's not all of them, because some of them are like dumbfounded. They actually have to do something. Well, they're getting it. But they see everybody else. And the second time it's like, and the third time it's like, right? You kind of subconsciously fall into it. Why? Because we're creatures of what? Creatures of? Thank you. So, what raising my hand, I get them to what? Raise their? I didn't tell them to, but they do, yes? Because they normally model. So here's the thing. So how long have I been on stage so far when I'm doing this? 2 seconds, 3 seconds, and then within the first 5 seconds, they are fully involved. You've asked them 2 questions, and 1, 2, their body's moving, they're listening. Good or great? Great. Versus the other way of doing things. So, and again, after each time, if you remember, it's a good thing to be able to say how many you'd like to make a lot of money, right? And then you say, they respond, and you go what? Thank you. Why do you say thank you? You're always what? You're always what? Acknowledgement. Acknowledgement is key. If you want them to continue to perform, to respond, to participate, you have to acknowledge it. If at all possible on your enrolling questions, I like to keep them positive. You don't have to, but I like to keep them positive. Some people start with a problem. More like, how many of you have ever had a serious problem with fear in your life? And anybody not? Now those are enrolling questions. You're going to enroll them. The only question I ask you is this the kind of energy you want to start your course with? Maybe yes. Maybe it is. It's okay. So what energy do you want in the room? Well, it may be positive, but I'm not teaching about, even if I was teaching about fear, I wouldn't start that way, But you can. Maybe you want a very sullen, quiet, determined, focused energy that gets people right into it right away. And that's okay. Just know my thing is I usually like a more upbeat energy. One reason is I like to sell things. I like to market. And I'm not saying that from a negative standpoint, of course. If you took it negative, that's one thing. But I like an upbeat energy. I do a roller coaster. And you've seen it, yes or no? And that's what I'm going to impart to you. That's all I can impart to you. I want to see a roller coaster in your workshops, in your talks. So, 1 minute I'm coming from my heart. Next minute, I hope to be fairly humorous. Next minute, I'm screaming and swearing. It's like you never know what's going to happen, right? And that's a good thing, yes or no? Yes. Okay, because if they know what's going to happen in the next hour, 2 hours, they're already asleep. By the way, how many of you notice in our courses, you never get an agenda? This is what we're going to talk about today and tomorrow. At 4:30, we're going to do this. At 5:30, you know what? They're not even coming. Because here's what they do. They go, I've already done that once before. I don't need that. Maybe we should go for dinner a little early. How about we leave at 4:30? True or true? This isn't a frickin' conference. It's a seminar. It's an intensive seminar at camp, a workshop, and like yours is going to be. There's no, what are we doing today? Well, sit there and you'll find out. Show up and you'll see. Be open to learning. Look, I told you at the beginning, here's the objectives. At the end, we'll see if we met them. That's all. Got it? And it keeps people, they don't want to. I have people, the greatest compliment people give to me is when I'm at my Million Mind Intensive or any of my other programs, and I'm doing my program, and I'm watching people go to the bathroom if they have to go. Usually we have breaks for that, but they have to go. And I love when I'm watching people in the hallways running to the bathroom and running back. It's a very good sign. Not that they're running to the bathroom. That's not such a good sign, right? Running back, that's a better sign. You understand what I'm saying? Yes or yes? Because if they're going like taking their time, they're not interested. But I love that. I've had people slipping and sliding and crawling their way through, and crowds, oh my God, I'm going to miss like 4 seconds. You don't want that. Even when I do my multi-speaker events, Wealth and Wisdom, raise your hand if you've been there, okay? Gorilla, anything where there's a millionaire school, where there's 18 different trainers, raise your hand if you've been there. Where's your agenda when you walk in? There's not. Your head. Well, it's not in my head. It's in my timeline right here, my logistics master. So we know what's happening, but are we going to tell you? No. Why? Because it's the thing. Here's my belief. It's the thing you think you don't need that you need. Because you don't think you need it. So obviously you do. You say, well, they're talking about relationships. I already know that. Anybody who feels they know everything about relationships obviously is missing something. True or true? They can't go anywhere. They can't learn. And I think it's a real disaster to do that to people. What I do here is this is where I introduce myself. My name, welcome, name of the course. So I'll say, the enrolling questions, thank you. Then I'll go, my name is Harv Eker, and welcome to the Millionaire Mind Intensive. Got it? This is where I'm saying my name and the course name. Yes? Now, what do most people do? Most people walk up on stage, they might get an applause or something, and they start something like, hello, or good morning. My name is Harv Eker, and today we're going to talk about the millionaire mind. You know what? I'm already out the door. I'm already sleeping. No enrolling questions, no scanning, no thank you, no involvement. I'm finished. I'm done. Got it? You too, yes or no? Yes. That is for amateurs. Tell that to somebody. You know someone's an amateur when they walk up, tell you their name and what they're going to talk about without your involvement at all. So you're going to do that, but at least you can wait 8 seconds. Yes? Yes or no? Yes. Give somebody a high five and say, you are awesome. Okay.